More than 10 years after the occasion of the primary film, the film starts with Jake Tarnish portraying his humble and tranquil life as head of the Omatikaya tribe and raising a family with his significant other Neythiri, which incorporates his children Nethayam and Loike and his girl Tuk, his embraced girl Kiri, brought into the world from effortlessness Augustine's out-cold Nasik symbol, and a human kid named Bug, the child of Miles Quaritch, who was brought into the world on Pandora yet couldn't be moved to Earth in cryostasis as a baby. While Jake can acknowledge Insect as an embraced child, Neythiri is incredulous of him given his human starting points. Notwithstanding, every one of the kids blend and mingle well with one another, including Insect, whom Kiri is tender with despite the fact that he is a human. Bug doesn't embrace his human legacy and feels more lean to Nasik's culture and customs. They carry on with a typical existence until one day they notice an unusual star in the. To keep the RDA from taking advantage of Pandora once more, Jake drives an essential guerrilla activity against the RDA supply lines, debilitating them. In one of the tasks, Loike, who ignores Nethayam and is anxious to show what him can do as a Nasik's fighter, attempts to help Jake in fight yet is injured. Jake safeguards and trains him to not jeopardize his own security by being foolish. That evening, while at the same time keeping an eye on his injuries, Neythiri smoothly reminds Jake to be not excessively severe with Loike, to which Jake communicates his anxiety as a dad for the well-being of his youngsters. In the interim, the retaliatory strike on the RDA supply lines doesn't agree with Quaritch, who starts a hunt mission to kill Jake. During a perky endeavor, Jake's kids alongside Bug investigate further into the rainforest. Unbeknownst to them, Quaritch and his group are in the area investigating the site where Quaritch finds his human remaining parts. A perceptive Loike sees their prey. Realizing the peril, Bug's information on his whereabouts stances to their security, and furthermore to keep away from another fiasco, Jake persuades a hesitant Neythiri and his family to expel themselves from the Omatikaya tribe and retreat toward the eastern seaboard of Medkaina, a coral reef island whose group and way of life is adjusted to Pandora's seagoing living space. Jake gives his central mantle to his replacement and passes on altogether to Medkaina. Once showed up, they are welcomed by the tribe boss Tonovari and his significant other Ronal, who is far-fetched of them at first. Nonetheless, Jake makes sense of their circumstance and they are consented to remain and given cover. Despite the fact that a few tribesmen criticize Jake and his kids for their hereditary human legacy, the family learns the methods of the reef individuals, gaining the appreciation of them. Kiri is interested with the oceanic existence of Medkaina and fosters an otherworldly bond with the ocean and I. While adjusting to their new climate, Loike gets into a battle with Syria's sibling Aonung when he pokes a rough fun at Kiri and him of their blended human genealogy. Jake advises his child for his way of behaving. At Jake's demand, Loike gets back to apologize to Aonung and his companions. In any case, they captivate him to an outing into the region of a perilous ocean hunter, the Akula, and leave him abandoned in retribution. The Akula attempts to go after Loike. Notwithstanding, Loike is saved by and becomes friends with Paikan, a tulkun, a wise and pacifistic cetacean species whom the Medkaina think about their otherworldly family. Loike can speak with Paikan through marking and eliminates an old spearhead from the monster's right balance. Upon his revisitation of Medkaina, boss Tonovari, who became mindful of Aonung's deceiving of Loike, requests that the previous apologize to Loike. Nonetheless, Loike assumes the fault himself, winning Aonung's companionship. He is Likevi. At the point when the Medkaina learn of the Tulkun butchers, Loike takes off to caution Paikan, trailed by his kin, Syria and Aonung. They find Python being pursued by the whalers, and Loike, Kiri and Tuk are caught by Quaritch. With their kids at serious risk, Jake, Neytiri and the Metkaina set off on a mission to defy the people. Quaritch powers Jake to give up, yet seeing his spirit sibling jeopardized, Python assaults the whalers, setting off a battle which kills the majority of the team and basically harms the vessel, making it sink. Neytiri salvages Loike and Bug, however is lethally shot. Jake faces Quaritch, who involves Kiri as a prisoner. At the point when Neytiri does likewise with Insect, Quaritch at first denies his child, yet ceases when Neytiri cuts Bug on the chest. Jake, Quaritch, Neytiri and Tuk end up caught inside the sinking vessel. Jake chokes Quaritch into obviousness and is safeguarded by Loike and Python, and Kiri calls ocean animals to help her save him.